different take on it all today.
Kind of.
Well, you know what? Nobody's sure because it's not clear cut and it's not as advertised on today in the crease. Tommy C. What's happening, everybody? Welcome in the crease. Tommy T. This is sure to be a very controversial episode. If you watch Wednesday Night Rivalry, Philadelphia Flyers versus the Boston Bruins, you saw one hell of a hockey game. Back and forth, the Flyers came back, but there's no way to come out without an opinion on the Zach Ronaldo hit. Now, I'm going to start off like this. This is why I'm going to do it. When I actually saw it, I assumed it was Zach Ronaldo and Zach being Zach. But that's not the way to go about this. We don't bench guys for hurting guys. We bench them for breaking the rules. And I personally believe that's what's going into the lot of the fury in this. On closer examination, either Zach Ronaldo is completely innocent and threw an absolute clean hit, or it's almost too subjective to suspend him. Based on the NHL rule book, which is filled with ambiguity,
and this rule especially.
This rule especially. And we do know one thing right off the bat. Zach Ronaldo was given a game misconduct for charging. You can't get a charge. You can't charge unless you make a stride. And there's no stride. There's actually no stride at all. He recognized, how do you say his name? Coultier?
Sean Coultier.
Coultier. He recognizes the Coultier's coming his way, and he turns his shoulder. Normally,
he's trying to play after the puck. I mean, the fact that Sean's there is just a really bad situation.
Yeah, he's in a vulnerable position. There's absolutely no about. We'll get into that a little bit later. Ronaldo turns his shoulder and lines him up for a check. Now, I'll show you from his perspective. This is where it was. You can see at this point, but the point of impact, the lower here, is his skate. At this particular shot, his right skate does leave the ice, but this is obviously the point of impact. So this is somewhat you would get as Zach Ronaldo's perspective. And I don't know who the Bruins defenseman is right there, but there is sort of he goes to play the puck as well, and it does put Coultier in a very, very vulnerable position. And Zach turns his shoulder, leans in. I would even say go as far as he goes on his tippy toes and hits Couturier. Excuse me. He hits Couturier in the upper right shoulder. I do not think that Zach Ronaldo made any contact with his head. Now, you're going to say, head snap, head snap, head snap. Well, have you ever been in a car accident with a seatbelt on? Your head snaps back and forth. And considering that Coultier's head was down, he was not paying attention. He was looking for the puck. Not his fault, but his head was down, and Zach stood his ground, which you have every right to do. Here's another picture. You can see right here, although I only can tell you that I can't use these obviously the video, but the video in motion really, really proves this situation where it doesn't happen at all. Unfortunately, Dave can't see it. You can see that Ronaldo's shoulder is over Couturier's right chin. Now, you're probably saying, well, he could have followed through the chin and hit him, and that's why his shoulder's there. Absolutely. The only thing I can do is invite you to see it. Now, he was ejected. Ronaldo was ejected for charging. There's no charging in this play. I don't think anybody is going to disagree with that.
The damn charging rule is so subjective that the way you read it earlier, charging can be fucking called at every play.
Somewhat. I mean, in the basis of, okay, it's the, here we go. I'll read that rule for you on charging. First of all, we know we got the charging rule wrong.
Yeah.
Here it is. It has to do with the actions of a player are the results of distance traveled. All right.
What the fuck does that mean?
Well, the way I read is distance. You have to go from A to B. Now,
he went A to B.
He turned his shoulder. He turned his shoulder to the right and lined up a guy that was coming his way. Now,
I don't see how you keep saying that because he came to him. Ronaldo he closed the distance on.
He closed no. But Coultier's coming towards his direction today. He only starts to slow up.
He makes a stop to play the puck.
He slows up. He slows up to play the puck.
Fully stopped, and he gets nudged.
You know what? Screw the NHL. I'm playing it. I'm going to play the clip. Screw it. I'll just take the loss in this shit. Here we go. going to put in slow. Oh, actually, I'm going to have to put the webpage up.
I'm going to watch it again, too.
Yeah, screw it. I'll just have to do it. I can't have this conversation without doing this, and I'll just take the
He's not fully stopped. He's not fully stopped. He's still moving very, very slowly, but Ronaldo is definitely moving faster than him.
Are you kidding me? I mean, how could you say that?
Ronaldo's coming up.
Ronaldo doesn't even take a stride. He doesn't even take a stride.
He's the one who makes the play on the puck.
He skates towards it. It's not even a hard stride. He turns his upper right hand shot. He turns his upper right, and it goes into his upper right.
The puck gets shot out of the corner from Ronaldo. Ronaldo plays the puck, goes to Courtier.
All right, let's go. We're gonna have to do this. I'm gonna have to put this on the screen. I know you're actually just keep it up on your end. There's no other way we can.
I'm watching it over and over.
There's no way we can. There's no way we can do this any other way.
No, the funny thing is, everybody sees something different. I've been spending the last few hours watching. He definitely strides at him. I mean, I'm seeing
a stride. Look, a stride is not turning your friggin' body. 1, 2. Well, there's a stride there. He does slow up. All right, he does make a stride when he
out of the corner, Tommy.
He comes out of the corner when he realizes that Couturier is eligible, which I think he is. He does have possession of the puck.
He makes contact.
He does. Let's see. When he does have possession of the puck, he does slow down. He actually stops striding, and when he gets close to Couturier, he turns his shoulder.
He goes to make a check. I don't think this is a dirty play. I don't think he was targeting. I don't think he was headhunting. I don't think he was trying to hurt this guy, any of that. I really don't. But the way he comes, he's playing his own misplay because he shoots the puck out of the other corner himself. He goes to play the puck, and he runs into Sean Couturier. I guess you can call that charging. So I don't have a problem with the penalty. But I don't know if he should be suspended. I have a feeling because he's Zach Ronaldo and this is a Rafi Torres situation, he probably will. And if they do, they're going to have to hammer him. This is a bizarre situation. It's unfortunate. It really is.
It's just absolute bullshit is what I think it is. I mean, it's just like, he got look, when I was growing up, and I think some of the Canadian kids the Canadian kids could agree with you. It used to be 2 to 3 strides before the hit. Yeah. Now, his initial strides, let's see, this is not working the way I'd hoped it would. Let's see. Let's see in real time. Why am I looking at it going the other way? That's the fucking... Okay, here it comes. Here we go. Okay. We're not here. We'll pause it here. You're gonna have to take my view for it. Are we having problems with? Are we having problems with the stream? All right, it's because the health went down for a second.
I think we're good.
All right. Here we go. We see Ronaldo going to play the puck with the defenseman here in the corner. Okay. Mm-hmm. The puck starts going up the board. Ronaldo makes eye contact with it. Couturier makes eye contact. Let's go a little further. Now, Couturier is bent over, trying to play the puck. Zach Ronaldo sees this.
Being engaged by another player, by the way. I know that.
Being engaged by another, that doesn't make a lick of difference, by the way. It doesn't make a lick of difference. He sees him. Now, his shoulder turns. The strides that took place prior to that were the ones he did to play the puck when he was dealing with the defenseman prior. Now, he turns his right shoulder. Now, certainly, Couturier is extremely vulnerable in this position. Now, according to the rule, you either have to, under these circumstances, what was it?
Avoid
all contact.
Avoid the contact, or make as minimal as possible contact.
Now, to me, that means he's got a choice.
Well, either avoid it or barely hit him, and he did neither of those two things. He did avoid, and he hit him more than barely.
I don't see. How do you barely hit him? Now he does go like this.
That's what the rules say.
And he is being, and it's like you said that he's being pushed. He's being pushed.
He's being pushed,
and that helps. And that is not number 20, or I can't even see what his number. That is not friggin' Ronaldo, and that really helped the impact. And then
but Ronaldo is the guy who made contact, so he's the one who's going to get penalized.
Well, I say that, but the charging, I mean, it's just ridiculous because if you look, I mean, this is ridiculous. All right, here's your strides right here. 1, 2. All right, he gets away from the puck, he slows down, and bang.
Yeah.
I don't know how, unless he targeted the head. And
I think on the ice, when it's being made, that call can be
all
made
right,
there.
I could give no, I'm not trying to go after the referee as he blew.
Yeah,
No, I'm not saying, okay, maybe he made that call. But it looks, you can look at it another way. I don't know what happened. All I know is Couturier's head snapped back, so I'm going to call charging because I didn't really see the play. I don't know what to call it. That's another way to look at it as well.
Where is the ref on this play? I want to know.
The refs actually are in very good position that I can see here. You have one, probably the best one was at the blue line, the one that I'm actually circling now. You had a rep just up the ice. I'd say, about 6 meters.
There was no one right on top of the play, though.
Yeah, but there was somebody near the goal crease, and you could see the ref's hand going up here.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah,
but he's still a good 25, 30 feet away.
Let's look at the foot. Let's look at the foot part. Let's take a look at the foot part. Now that I'm losing all my money. It'd be nice to have a donation today, folks. Click in the description box below for a donation, please.
We're trying to give you top.
All right, here we go. Here's the part where I think proves the head's injuries, not because there's no way to tell it from that other angle. Here's Ronaldo. He squares. Bang! It is under his neck, on his right shoulder.
Underneath the chin. I think he called
underneath the chin on his right shoulder. That certainly doesn't qualify as targeting. Can we agree on that?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. That certainly doesn't count a cause. He doesn't stride into the player. He does take 2 strides while he's playing the puck and when he sees that he's eligible. The only thing that I can come up with here, Dave, is the only real question. Is Couturier eligible to be hit? And does Zach Ronaldo have a responsibility under the rules to either not hit him? What is he going to do? Let him skate around him? I mean, who thinks like that?
According to the rules, he has to make every...
Or slow up. I don't know how you slow up. He's already moving. He turns his shoulder. This guy gets pushed into him. I don't even know if this is a penalty.
It's a hard play, man. This is of all the things we've talked about, of all the plays that we've looked at, the hits, this is by far the hardest one that I have had to make a judgment on. It is so because the rules are so fucking retarded, so subjective, so ambiguous. And the play is so bang bang. The angle's weird, and usually we have more than 2 angles, camera angles. We have 2, and neither of them are decisive.
Zach Millay is saying there is no suspension. We got it. We got to check that. That may have happened right just this second. That's why I had to go.
Good. They make the right call if that's the case.
Okay, let's go. Say Zach was no suspension. Millay made a video today, really hammering. RIN. He spells his name kind of weird. Flyers being cautious after Ronaldo hit. Ronaldo concerned about suspension. I haven't seen anything yet. I'm going. Should the NHL punish Zach Ronaldo?
I see that, which is just a hatchet job of an article, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, cool. NewJersey.com. Well, yeah.
It is a hatchet job.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing objective out there. I mean, it's just completely and totally rejected. I mean, you can't count the media for anything. They all got. It's just ridiculous. I mean, they can see the same thing fucking twice. I mean, at least you evaluated it. And say I mean, what's happening?
I might have something here.
All right, let's see. Actually, you see, you can't put that in the chat.
I think no, this is not the same one. This is a different call. You're gonna find a bunch of different suspension when you look up Zach Ronaldo.
The other player was McQuaid. Ronaldo didn't complain about getting tossed. Neither did anyone on the Bruins. That's irrelevant.
Yeah, that's irrelevant.
That's irrelevant. And here's the thing. Zach might be in a situation where he actually fears retribution after the situation with Greg Wyshynski and NJ.com last year. The best thing for Matt to do, if I was a coach, if I was Hacksaw, I would just say, Claude Julien, I would just say, shut up. Yeah. Shut up, don't say anything, because last time you opened your mouth, you made it worse. You might not have said anything wrong, which he didn't, which we proved on the show last year. He didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, he
does say after the thing he is concerned about being suspended. He was asked about it, and he is concerned about it. He knows that.
Yeah, is he concerned to get suspended, or is he concerned about
he's not concerned that his hit. He's still saying that he feels that he made a clean hit.
Oh, okay, fine, all right.
He's saying all the right things there.
But he's also if he's saying that I think I made a clean hit, but I'm still worried about getting suspended. Basically, I think I might get screwed because of who I am. So that really doesn't say anything.
And there's this fantastic article by CBS Boston. That I just read, and it's about that very same thing. If he gets suspended, it's mostly based on reputation, which
is wrong.
Fundamentally, it's one of those things like
it's wrong.
You
it's
earn
dangerous.
This reputation. It's such a close play.
It's wrong and it's dangerous. Let me tell you something. Here's why. Here's one of the ways I did it. This is not actually a critical thought method. Is Ryan McDonough getting suspended in that spot? No.
No.
Is
no.
it?
Let's Torres?
Is Cronwall getting suspended in that spot? Is Rick Nash getting suspended spot? Is Sidney Crosby getting suspended in that spot?
What about Rafi Torres?
Rafi, definitely. And that's the problem. Because you're starting to see, I see this all the time. I know a lot of Bruins fans complain about Marchand, and certainly he has earned his reputation over the years. But I don't know how many games that I've watched over the years that they're calling him on his suspension, on his reputation. Jason Johnson says to me, I hate seeing third-line guys knocking out first-line guys. Me too, but that's not how we do the rules. Is it a clean hit or is it not a clean hit? And if it's inconclusive, he deserves the benefit of the doubt. That's the way I see it. I think that's the fairest way to do it.
I think fundamentally you're right, but do you deserve the benefit of the doubt when you've been suspended 3, 4, 5 times?
Yes, because it's on the individual play. Yes, every fucking time. Do you deserve the benefit of the doubt? If let's say you do time for freaking murder, and you do your fucking 20 years, and you get accused again, you think you deserve a fair trial, or do you think that you should just go to jail because you killed the other guy?
If there's borderline,
nobody's going to feel sorry for you if you do 2 murder bids.
No, I'm not saying you deserve a fair trial. That's a different situation because there's evidence here of subjectively. There's evidence here. If look at this very very argument. Look in the chat. I'm sure everyone has a different opinion. Now, who's in charge of discipline this year? Is it Pronger?
I don't know. God, who cares?
Who took over for Shanny?
I don't even know. I don't care. I don't know, but they're doing a better job though. And he's saying that he's saying Sportsnet's DA's got this. I can't see a search.
I can't find it.
I gotta find it. Maybe I got it tweeted. Okay, no, I'm not. No, I wasn't that lucky.
Put us a link.
Hey, can send me a tweet. See that? If you heard that noise, send me a tweet. All right, here's the search bar. Here we go. Zach Ronaldo. Let me get this up there. Bruins acquire Zach Ronaldo. Flyers. Ronaldo jokes about dirty hit. Oh, this is a great site. We already went through that last fucking year. Unbelievable. Oh, Jesus. We fucking completely proved that bullshit. That he didn't joke around.
This is one of those tough ones, though, man. It really is.
I don't see it, Malay. Headshots, no scopes. Fucking Tony DeAndre. Germinator. It's the Frenchman, Dave. Pierre, he hits the nose, and the nose is important. Well, if he hits the nose. I don't see the shot. I don't see him hit the nose.
I don't see him hit the nose.
I don't even see him hit the head. He hit the shoulder. And the rule is targeting. And that's another thing. The rule is targeting.
If he hit the nose, then he targeted, then this is all warranted. But I think it's underneath the chin, and that's what makes his head snap back. It's
Look, Look, he doesn't come to a complete stop. He is trying to slow down and play the puck.
There's
still a certain amount of inertia, and then you have the other guy, McQuaid, playing the puck behind him, who's actually guiding him towards Ronaldo. I mean, I can't imagine a world where Ronaldo sits there and lets him go by, and he tells his coach, "Hey, you know the rule, coach." Because I had the option to hit him or not hit. I mean, come on. The
rule says that I have to either I have to not hit him or make as minimal. I didn't know what that meant, so I just let him skate by me.
It's bullshit. Yeah, exactly. Who is going to do that? And it does. And certainly,
I think we have proved.
There's one thing me and you could. There is no fucking intent to injure here.
No.
There is no intent to injure. And the way this is being.
In fact, I'd even go as far as up into the split second of which he makes the hit. I don't even think there's an intention to hurt this guy, hit him or nothing. No. He's playing, his intention is to play the puck.
Yeah.
His intention is to play that puck that squirted out of his possession. So, but it's just one of those terrible situations. This is unique. This is one of those I haven't seen before.
Well, it just shows you. First of all, we went on nauseam. I don't know if even maybe listen to it. When it comes to NHL rules, it's almost like they can be interpreted. It's like the Army rule. What was that one Army law? Like if you beat everything else and you're in the right, they can still get you with the same thing they got with those guys with A Few Good Men. You know?
Yeah, they'll get you on code of conduct.
Yeah, like if it is your. It's this silly. It's almost like this is the way the NHL rule books, but they tell you in the Army that is it illegal to not follow unlawful order. Okay, if the officer says kill that kid over there and you kill him, you are as responsible as the order that was given.
Dereliction of duty.
But if you turn the order down, then you could go for not listening to the officer, and they could find a way. And that's what it seems like to me. I got a phone call here. Let me take it.
Let's take
I don't know where it's from. Looks from like Canada. I bet it's the Germinator. What do you got, Germinator?
Yeah, it's Stefan Quintal who is in charge of the discipline area with Pronger.
With Pronger, so Stefan Quintal.
Okay. And I wasn't completely wrong.
I actually trust Quintal. I think he was a good player. He was a clean player too. What do you think of the hit, Germ?
You know what? I saw it live yesterday. I was thinking, it's not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't see the hit coming to him, but was it that hard? I don't know. No, I don't think so.
It's a hard hit.
It's a real hard hit.
It's definitely a hard hit. You know what I find interesting?
What's that?
And I know we're going to get made fun of for this, but Pierre McGuire.
Yeah.
I think he was actually on the ice. He saw it, and he made a very knee-jerk reaction. Basically called him a scumbag player. I mean, you know, today and about an hour and a half ago, he did an interview, and I listened to most of it. And I have a quote here, asked again about this specific play. And not only does he go back up what he said last night, he double downs on it, man. And this is what he says. He goes, first, he says it's against a defenseless player, which that's an arguable point.
Yeah, exactly.
Then he says something that's insane.
Yeah.
He said it's against a guy who isn't making a play on the puck.
Well, that's it. Then he loses all credibility because we can clearly say that happens in the video.
Really, Pierre? I mean, the puck squirted away from him by the time he got hit.
Here's the thing here's the thing about guys like Pierre McGuire. Here's the thing. He didn't see the play. And here's what happened. I was just like Germinator. I saw the play. I was like, well, that didn't look like on sight. As long as he didn't hit the head, because the angle I saw it at, if I remember correctly, was the same angle where you see Ronaldo's numbers. So when I first saw the hit, I was like, well, if he doesn't hit the head there, that's a clean hit. He's eligible. That's the first thing I thought. But then I heard, because I was half watching it because I was chasing my daughter around the house. Then I half heard Pierre say he went high, which is true. He did go high. He's also tiny as hell. But he actually...
He's 5'11", and Cotier's 6'3".
Yeah, so he gets on his tiptoes.
Basically.
Which he gets on his tiptoes, which is legal. 100% legal. And he seems to have pitched... Now, if he hits him in the head, my argument's squashed.
Yeah.
But I got to be honest with you. I don't see it. I think what happened is there was an assumption of guilt on the ice. There was an assumption of guilt by Pierre McGuire. And he's even going as far as rearranging what happened. Like, he didn't do what we just did. All right, we had an argument. All right, let's go to the tape. He obviously didn't do that because he was obviously playing the puck. One of the reason that Couturier got hit, and the reason his head was down, was because he was looking for the puck, Pierre.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
and I think his head hurt. Do you think that his head hit the ice? Perhaps it's where he got the concussion, if he has.
We don't even know if he got the concussion. And I read earlier today that he didn't have an head injury, and now I'm hearing he did have a head injury.
Yeah,
so who the hell knows?
I read an article earlier that was definitely biased towards Philadelphia stuff, and I wish I had the guy's name in front of me. But he said that the Flyers are being cautious with Coutier. That he could miss a few games. They don't know. Nothing is set in stone yet. They're cautious with him.
Yeah.
Dr. D, can you get a concussion without hitting the head on a whiplash? I think you can.
I'm pretty sure he can.
I think he did exactly what the Frenchman did. Do.
What's that?
Dive.
He didn't
Get out of here, God. Jesus. We can't have French racism by Frenchmen here. We can't have it. Right, Dave?
The most warranted bombing of all time. He tried to burn his own countrymen.
Yes,
and just
that's terrible. We won't have that kind of disrespect to Frenchmen on this show.
No, not here. How dare you?
Let's see. I still can't find this article. It almost makes you want to
put on a beret and smoke a cigarette.
I think he belongs off the hook. I think it's a clean hit off the hook. And the only thing I think that can really get him on it, whether is he eligible or not, or whether he should, because if it says you either should not hit him or don't hit him with all your might, that to me is an option. But
the options are tap him or don't hit him.
Because even if
don't hit him,
you
or
can't hit a guy,
annihilate him.
You cannot hit a guy that's vulnerable. First, you have to skating at that speed at the NHL level. You have to make the decision vulnerable. Nobody even trained that way. They're trained guy with the puck on his ass. That's the way they're trained. So it's just like the rules are just subjective because hitting itself is just a subjective thing. You could look.
Sure,
I think you could look. You could look at some of the cleanest hits in history, the beauties, and you probably could find something wrong with them. And Ronaldo's not headhunting here. I really hope he gets off. I'll be honest with you. Not because he's a good guy. Not because not because he's an enforcer and I'm partial enforcers. Because I think that every single hit should be judged individually. That's what I believe.
I think
that's so unreasonable.
I think it's fair. I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I'm going to defend the rule book. just for a second.
Oh my God.
I'm going to defend it in just a little bit.
Mm.
There's a reason why it's ambiguous. It's because these are giant fucking men on skates on ice, and almost every play is bang bang. There has to be some semblance of ambiguity. I get that. But God.
But it also puts you in a position where we can just suspend guys for the sake of suspending guys. We know the charging didn't happen, but we had to call something. And from what I saw, the refs were right on it. There's no way he could have charged. I mean, unless like from distance. Yeah, you're right. And you know what? The way it's worded is like any hit that hurts bad. He
definitely closed distance. He
closed the distance. How the hell else do you hit anybody? Can you hit somebody by skating away from them? I mean, what the fuck is this?
That's what I was saying.
And I don't like this stuff. And I think it's dangerous. I think it's dangerous when you can sit there and, you know, Rick Nash knows, and Sidney Crosby certainly knows, if he ever decides to do something really dirty, and Sidney Crosby's gotten away with a lot of slew footing over the years, right? That you could, you know what? I'm going to fucking hurt you because I'm Rick Nash, I'm Sidney Crosby, I'm Alex Ovechkin, and we don't get suspended more than 3 games. You, on the other hand, have a reputation. That's stupid. That's dangerous. It's not a good environment.
Look, as far as length of suspensions,
yeah,
if you have a history of thuggery like Rafi Torres, you're getting 45 games. I mean,
the Torres hit was so open and closed for me, and his history on top of that. That didn't matter. Yeah. The Torres thing, I had no problem with the Torres hit. I just don't believe Torres went to hurt Silfverberg. I don't believe that he went to hurt, and I certainly don't believe it here. No, I think this was a clean hockey check. Somebody thinks I'm crazy. Call me up right now. Tell me why I'm wrong. What am I missing here? What don't I see? Dave at least is giving me the benefit. Dave's not sure.
We'll see, but I'm also going. I've gone to war with you on a few of the things that you think you saw and I think I saw. Yeah, we definitely see different things on almost every part of the play, which I find fucking fascinating.
Yeah, it is.
Because I know we've had to watch the exact same amount of time.
This is exactly why witness testimonies in court is bullshit. If you don't believe that witness testimony, if like one witness should never be able to convict anybody of fucking anything.
This is why 12 men get in the box.
Yeah. I mean, Jesus Christ, we just looked at the same goddamn thing. And if you think I'm dishonest, I am not a Flyer fan. I'm a little partial to I'm a little partial to enforcers. I like tough guys. I am a little partial, but I don't want to see anybody get hurt, and you know damn well. And I want to see. I'm all for big punishments. I had no problem with the Torres punishment. I had the one guy that was suspended. Oh, that's ridiculous. It's become a pussy league. 45 games. I asked this Sharks fan, well, how many more hits does he have to have like this? Right. No answer.
Well, what if the next one paralyzes a guy? You know, you get him off the fucking ice.
Daniel Grossberg. Daniel, is it Danielle or? Oh God, I don't even know. I'm gonna sound like a real jerk. I thought I was talking to a female because of the avatar.
Well, Danielle could be French. Danielle.
No, they're in Woodbridge, New Jersey, my hometown. We just ran into each other. She's been checking out my videos, or he, and I'm not sure if it's a girl or boy because there's a woman on the cover, but it could be his guy family.
Go with the girl. For your ego's sake.
Daniel. Well, yeah, I think it's Danielle. It's Daniel, right? That's Danielle, right?
Oh shit. Now I'm stupid because I don't know.
We don't care if you're transgender. We really welcome you here in this show. We don't give a rat's ass. These two fat fucks, if I've worn skates, you're all bitches. These two fat fucks, I've never worn skates. I wore skates. I played. Not very well.
I've worn skates, but only ice skating.
I bet I could kick your ass, Devon. How about that?
I could. Yeah, we could do that.
I could do that. Were you in a war zone? Me and Dave were.
We were.
You think you can handle Iraq?
We did.
Daniel, I'm American. You fuck. Are you a male or a female? I don't know. American. You fuck. This is our kind of fan though. This is our kind of fan though. And I'm not fat either. You fuck. How do I look fat to you?
I am
not skinny.
So good eye on that.
Fat. Fuck
I
you.
am.
I'm 6'1", 200. That's not ridiculous. I probably could stand to lose.
You're not fat.
I could stand to lose a few pounds. But shit.
You've had your chubby moments though.
Oh yeah, I have. This is true. Oh, this is true. Sammy, do you think this is enough strides? Oh shit! Now, what's his name? Gun Cannon sent me something on. Gun Cannon sent me something on Twitter. I don't know. The GIF doesn't work. Genius. Sorry. You don't like it? Fuck me. You don't like me? Bite me. How about that?
There you go. Eat it.
These guys haven't worn. Fuck you.
Eat it, Danielle.
I did. Terry, shut your Jew mouth. You know what?
What the fuck?
Fuck you. You don't talk to my friends that way. This is the first guy in history.
Fuck?
You are the guy. You are the first guy I've ever blocked in history.
Well, did Terry tell that guy to shut his Jew mouth?
No. Terry, this guy told.
Oh, he told Terry to shut her Jew mouth.
Yeah, I don't do it.
That's niche bueno.
Yeah, I don't do the. I'm all for racial stereotype jokes. Where do you get? I don't know.
Or tell her to get to the kitchen or something like that. But come on.
And really, buddy, some guy that goes on and just attacks women. Like I said,
right?
We were in Iraq. How tough could you be?
Yeah, get out of here,
attacking women
Ray
online. Really?
Get out of here,
now you
Ray
get
Rice.
right, so you can get real frustrated. Eat me, you punk. All right, let's go through some other stuff. I tried to make it work. Well, who cares, Gun Cam? We got to get to some really important news in the National Hockey League, and that would be that Angela Price, Carey Price's wife, is very upset for the media announcing her pregnancy. So let's get to it, Dave.
Wait, do you want me to give a rating on how many fucks I give?
I care. I'll tell you why. I do care about this because this is like kind of affects me because it was the whole thing. Like I told you very early. So it's like I'm trying to bring this into my own personal life, I suppose. Because like, look, the pregnancy tests nowadays are like you pee, they're like within like the 99th percentile of being right, okay? And here's what she said. We had not yet told the majority of our friends and family who were reading it all over the internet. The past couple of weeks, Carey and I had been discussing ways we would announce our big news. Anxiously awaiting for that all-important doctor appointment. So wait a minute. You told...
What, you want to do a puppet show?
Yeah. I don't know. I just wanted to sound like a woman. I don't know. There's this woman I know. Her name is Tina, and she's an English person I used to work with. She lives down the street, and she goes, "Hello, Tommy."
Oh no, I meant they were discussing how we want to present.
It's very flowery. It's very flowery, right? Like the way she writes is very flowery. She goes, "I've been discussing ways we could announce our big news."
Right.
Anxiously awaiting
like Pink Floyd, like laser light show.
Important doctor appointment where we would get the green light to share our news. Well, here's the thing: if you hadn't shared your news, that's what you're supposed to do, sweetheart. When you're not supposed to tell even your friends,
yes,
until you go to the doctor.
I got news for you, doll. Somebody leaked it. Somebody told.
So you told somebody, and somebody in your clique is not very trustworthy.
And you know what's something else? They probably sold it for money.
Yeah, there's the thing.
Maybe you don't take care of your friends enough.
So, how about this, Angela? You told your fucking friends that are obviously not trustworthy before you told your friends and family. So, I mean, this is kind of your own fault. I mean, look, it sucks. I know. But you're obviously only like a month pregnant tops. Yeah. You told somebody before when you took the piss test. And I get the excitement. See, I got to be honest with you. I was the guilty party. I had this problem too with my ex-wife. And I spitted. I was excited. And then, my ex-wife comes to me. He's like, miscarriages like in the first 3 months are like the most common. I'm like, nobody told me that. Oh, everybody told me you had to pee. And that was it. I wonder what Roy has to say about this.
Uh-oh.
Jesus Christ, what am I doing?
I don't know. You're a glutton for punishment.
Yeah, I know. Roy, what do you got for us today?
I don't got shit, dude.
Well, then why'd you call it in?
Well, because you know what I really wanted to tell you was,
what?
I've been dying for you guys to do a Bruins show, right?
A Bruins show?
The Bruins, but not like this. Fucking it.
Well, your Bruins. The way this show works, Roy, is if it's the news cycle. It's the hockey news cycle. That's why we do what we do.
Yeah.
That's how it works, Roy.
Yeah.
No,
you guys lost. What do you want us to do, Roy? When the Bruins actually put a string, a string of wins together, me and Dave just go, "Oh my God, Dave! This is the greatest hockey team on earth. The Bruins are going to win the Stanley Cup." I mean, we can't do that.
We'll play Celebration in the background.
There's like 29 other teams in the league. Was it 29 other teams in the league? How often do I talk about the Rangers?
And a good 26 of them are more important than the Bruins.
And the Blackhawks only get really a lot of time because they win all the time. And they have like 3 of the best players in the world. That's the way it works, bud. When the Bruins are good, which will be another 10 years, I'll probably do a lot of reporting. And if this show was on in 2011, we would have done nothing but Boston
and
Bruins.
don't worry, Roy. When that coach gets fired, we'll cover it. Okay? Couple of weeks. Don't worry.
Hey,
we'll cover Julian getting canned.
Roy, I don't want to hear it. You guys won a cup in 2011, and it was a brilliant Stanley Cup, and it was it was great. You should be happy. You hadn't won one since the 70s, and you're only a little older than me. That means you probably don't remember it. Correct?
Yeah, it was just so fucked up, man. I was watching the game.
It's a good game.
Fucking boom, boom. We got 2 goals. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Philly's good. And not only that, we didn't even cover it. What's his name? Not Enroth. God, I'm so horrible with freaking names. Who's the German kid's name? The one kid got hurt. Why do I have to write everything down? I have to look at something.
Neuwirth?
Neuwirth got hurt in this game. Mason came in, played a hell of a game.
Yeah.
You know? Hey, Roy, to the winners go the spoils.
Yes.
You know how it works, bud. You know what I'm saying, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. See, you know what you're doing. You want to call in and say we were wrong that the Bruins were going to have a bad season, don't you?
But unfortunately, that's not.
No, I didn't want to say you're wrong. I just want to be happy about a win, man.
Yeah, well.
It's the worst when your team loses, you know, especially on my block. Like everybody on my block knows I'm a Bruins fan, so right off the bat, just walking out of the garage in the morning and I fucking hear it.
All right, you know what you do though? You know what you do? You just look at them and go, where are we? And they go, Florida? You're a Panthers fan. Get out of my face. Bobby Orr. Like 5 Stanley Cups. Have a nice day. You root for the Cats. I root for the Bruins. That's what I would do. Even if they suck. Every Bruins loss is a bigger deal than a Cats win. If Cats put a 20-game winning streak together, it'd be bigger news if they trade Chara. You know? Look at it that way.
That's true.
And that's what we do. We follow the news cycle, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck. You really sound disappointed.
You sound pretty upset.
No, you sound it. All right, bud. I want to end this. We're already over overtime, so I want to knock this stupid story out.
All right.
Take care, bud. All right. Let's see. What do we have to do from now here? I'm going to talk about this chick. You can't. If you tell here's the rules, my pregnant friends. Don't tell anybody except tell your lover.
Sure.
At least do the guy a favor to put it there. You know, tell him, let him know.
Or gal if you had a frozen pop.
Yeah. And then take care of that. And then what you do is go to the doctor and then tell everybody. And you're really here's what we did. I told Dave.
Yeah.
And that was it. And then we got the green light, and then I told my parents. And I only told Dave because he was here. We got, it was like we didn't go, to 2 months, right?
Yeah.
Believe me, I wanted to get on here and tell everybody because the week that I left for my honeymoon, I said I would come back with a baby. And I did.
The funny thing, if we go to the tapes, you actually did tell. You were singing your super sperm song.
Oh, well, yes. That was a big hit.
Hours after you told me not to say anything. You go on the air and go, I've got
but I didn't come out and say it. I didn't say it.
There was no context, but I'm pretty sure people can figure it out. Why would he be singing I have super sperm?
Danielle says, not sure you can get pregnant by eating frozen pop. Dead on Dave. Doesn't work like that.
A frozen pop, artificial insemination, dickbag.
It was a girl. No. Well, they've been calling us a fuck. Did Carey Price marry Celine Dion? That's actually Celine Dion. My mom knows Celine Dion. She's like super cool. Carey Price sounds like a pain in the ass.
Your mom knows Celine Dion? That's pretty cool.
Oh no, she flew her. My mother's an airline attendant, and she flew her on an air. I thought I told that story 100 times. And Celine Dion's actually really, really cool. Thanks for being one of our new fans. You're not a girl. Okay. Well, you have a chick on your icon.
And a very androgynous name.
All right, Daniel. Are you I want to know another thing about you. First of all, you should call in. Are you a Ranger fan or are you a No. You're not. All right. Let's see. Do I have anything else? Let's see. Little C. He married Matt Kazar. Oh, sorry, Kassar. Whatever. All right. I've had enough of you people. I'm losing half my goddamn audience anyway. This went on way too long. I'll give you some headlines real quick. Pascal Dupuis is expected to make his return to the lineup versus Stars. Remember earlier last year he was diagnosed with some blood clots, and he needed about 6 months ago. He needed blood thinners, so he got that whole thing straightened out. Yeah, let's go. Last night in the National Hockey League, Evander Kane gets his first goal as the Sabres beat the Leafs in the shootout. But as the Sabres beat the Leafs in the shootout, of course they do. It's the Toronto Maple Leafs, 2-1. 2-1. Dave.
Buffalo's put together a couple wins here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Claude Giroux's OT goal completes the Flyers' comeback as they go 5-4 over the Boston Bruins. There you go. Connor McDavid scores real pretty. Oh, here we go. I am so sick of people fucking calling me at the end. They don't call me during the thing.
Don't answer that call.
Yeah, I am. What do you want?
Hey, Tommy.
Yeah, what's up? I only end in the show now. You guys like, oh, he's playing the music now, so let's call in. What do you got?
I don't know. I just haven't been on the show in a while.
Yeah, that's true.
Unbelievable. It's unfucking believable.
I don't know. I love the kid. I gotta be honest with you. I was begging him to call me during the playoffs because all the funny shit he sent us. You have this incredible picture that's frozen on the thing. It's absolutely hysterical, and I'm just gonna leave it there because it's funny. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. Now it's just gonna swirl, and now your picture's never coming back.
Oh no! I was hoping it was gonna come back. Now I'm swirl face, Dave.
Connor McDavid scores. Real nice goal on Manzarek or whatever the hell his name is. Oilers beat the Red Wings 3-1. You see that goal?
Yeah, I did. Connor had a nice game. He was all over the place last night. He's starting to look like Connor McDavid.
Or at least what we heard about he was. Yeah. Gone. Victor Rask scores an OT as the Hurricanes beat the Avalanche 1-0. Nada. Niente. Yeah, pretty good, huh? Tonight in the National Hockey League, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Arizona Coyotes take the New York Rangers on MSG. Also at 7 o'clock, Dallas Stars, they take on the Pittsburgh Penguin in the Igloo, or otherwise known as
Kessel's Cafeteria.
Yeah, it's Kessel's Cafeteria. 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, the New Jersey Devils take on the Ottawa Senators in Ottawa that welcomes their very new Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, who is sure to raise taxes on everybody, and he
wants to bring weed
and taxes. You know what would be really funny? You know what would be really funny, Jermaine, and I hope you're listening? If Justin Trudeau goes back to the Pierre Trudeau days, you finally get your Nordiques back, and they have to leave again because nobody can afford to go to the fucking game. How about that?
Luckily, you're going to be so high, it won't even matter.
8 p.m. Eastern Standard, Anaheim Ducks, they're in Nashville to take on the Preds. Columbus, they're in Minnesota to take on the North Stars. That's right, I said North Stars. 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, Florida Cats, they're in Chicago to take on Dave's Blackhawks.
Yes.
Yeah. 10 p.m. Eastern Standard, the Washington Capitals, let's see if they keep rolling. They take on those Vancouver Knuckleheads. And the Los Angeles Kings take on the San Jose Sharks. Big rivalry, late night game, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. What do you say, Dead on Dave? I told you, your shit's still swirling.
I'm sorry that it's swirling.
You should have left your funny picture up there.
Well, I got a little bit, I was
get out of my crate. Hey, Tommy, I haven't called in a while. Yeah, you sure did. I did like hearing from the kid.
The bulls on people.
The bulls on that guy, and he's from New Jersey.